Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy Rahul back. Kind of take a break from content creation because stuff wasn't on PTCGO yet, but then stuff got put on PTCGO, and then I streamed, and then I meant to make YouTube videos, and then time got really away from me. But I've got a day to myself because I'm skipping the League Cup slash challenge that's happening today, and I just wanted to sleep in and get a little bit of rest. So today is going to be a content creation video day that I'm just going to throw on all these lists that I've been working on and my top picks. So without further ado, this is ReshiZard, Green's ReshiZard. This is my number one pick heading into the World Championships right now. And the World Championships are in 5 days for those of you who don't know what's going on. So let me go through the deck a little bit. Let me explain some of my tech choices. I'm sure you've seen tons and tons of lists already, and I'm sure you've seen tons and tons of people already talk about ReshiZard, so my list isn't something crazy or anything new. It's just the deck that I have been favoring, and it's unfair that I don't talk about it. There are three of these bad boys, Reshiram and Charizard. Flare Strike is pretty powerful. 230 is a lot of damage in this format. And then Double Blaze is the end-all be-all GX that almost certainly always gives me a free 3 prizes on any tag team on the board. Getting it is a little tough because you do need 6 energy, but in combination with Welder, Flare Starter, and other things, you can get this guy powered up pretty easily. And if you don't knock out Reshiram Charizard quickly, Outrage becomes a problem. Oh, geez. Sorry, guys. There are 4 Volcanions in the deck because Flare Starter is the most important attack in the deck. And you really want to open this guy, especially when you're going second, because you can search your deck for Fire Energy attached to one of your Pokemon, but if you go second, you get 3 in any way you'd like. So going second is pretty much a free 3 energy attachment if you can get off the boy turn one. And if your opponent starts doing nothing, High Heat Blast becomes a very good attack to use. There are 4 Acrobike. I think Acrobike is really, really good at just getting through your deck, thinning through your deck. Sure, sometimes you're going to hit resources you might need later on in the game, but the Acrobike does let you get deeper in the deck more effectively, and especially against the late game stamp, does help out a lot. There's 2 Cherish Balls because I think one you have to play more than one because having one prize kind of blows, and you always really need to greens for a Cherish Ball in the early game to just set up a ReshiZard and you're chilling from there. There are 4 custom catchers. Self-explanatory. They pretty much just are your catcher effect. Yeah, that's that. There's 1 Fiery Flint. Basically, it's just a way to go greens turn 1, get the Flint, use the Flint, get 4 energy, and all of a sudden next turn you're set up for next turn with a Welder. You can get Flint plus Welder or Furnace plus Welder, and all of a sudden you have a follow-up for the following turn to do something. There are 3 Fire Crystal. Let's just put 3 Fire Energy from discard in your hand. I think a lot of lists are playing only 2. I don't really like that because I think you need to have the third because having 1 prize is really crucial, and you might have to pitch one off an Acrobike. But having the third also means early game, if you need to just go Crystal for 1 energy or something like that, you can do it more feasibly without feeling as bad about what you're doing. There are only 2 Great Potion on my list, which heals 50 from the active GX. Remember, active, guys. That's a mistake I've seen a lot of people making. You need to heal. It's only active. It doesn't heal from the bench. It doesn't heal from your mom's grave. It doesn't heal from anything. It heals only from the active. And I think 2 to 3 Great Potion is the correct number in this deck. I think 4 is a little excessive, and 1 is a little too little. 4 is one of those numbers where I never really use it. Even in the Malamar matchup, I never really need 4 Great Potion. I only ever use 2 in the matchup. So it is a little bit risky only running 2. But I think 2 to 3 is the correct number of Great Potion. There are 4 mixed herbs. If you play 1, remove a static ignition from your active. If you play 2, heal 90 and remove from your active. Another mistake I see people making, trying to mix herbs on the bench. It does not work like that. Mixed herbs is only active, guys. But it is a really good card in healing and just setting yourself up for success. There are 4 Pokegear. Basically, Pokegear is just an extra dig card. It's supposed to act as another supporter if you find it. Helps against stamp late game, so with 4 gear, 4 acro, and 4 of each of your supporters, you have a good portion of your deck dedicated to finding what you need to find. There's 1 reset stamp. I don't know if I want a second yet, but 1 reset stamp seems pretty good because a lot of the time your opponents will take the first prize, or they'll be setting up their hand to take 1 big prize, like Pikarom will start accumulating the Electro powers and such in their hand. There are 2 switch because you just want to move the active Reshi into the Volcanion turn 1 if you can find that. Or just switch between Reshis, or just like switch out of the Reshi because you don't want to have him in the active early. Here's where I like my list a lot with the 5 stadium cards. I think the 5 stadium cards really do set apart this deck from other decks. There's one Giant Hearth, which is discard 1, get 2 fires, which is really good for welder purposes and just, setting up in general. Like, Hearth is one of the best setup stadiums, and I think if we had this last format, it'd be actually insanely broken. There's one Heat Factory, which I honestly think is the worst stadium in the deck, but you can't play a fire deck without having Heat Factory, I think, because just the draw 3 effect is so powerful. There are 2 power plants. I think power plant is one of the most underrated cards in this deck, and it's really, really powerful because you can just throw off somebody and take away their abilities, which is really strong, especially against Pikarom, and Darkbox are the 2 biggest matchups. I think it's good, and Mew Mew, or Mew 3, I guess, as people have been calling it recently. There's one Shrine of Punishment. I think it's crazy that people aren't playing this card in a lot of the lists I've been seeing. I think the Shrine is a staple in these decks because without the Shrine, Pikarom actually becomes close to a 50-50. But with the Shrine, you just smack Pikarom super easily, and I think it just makes the matchup so favored because you can always get that one shot, and Pikarom isn't going to try to heal 10 damage with a Scoop Up or Potion if they play that. So there's 4 greens. Self-explanatory. There are 4 welder. Self-explanatory. There are 2 choice helmets. Really good for the Pikarom matchup, really good for the mirror, and really good for Darkbox. I don't know if I want 2 choice helmets because you don't only ever need 1, because you only ever want to keep 1 ReshiZard alive forever. One of them is going to die really quickly, and that's a given. Or one's going to be like the one you keep alive forever, and then once you're out of your healing and resources, you're like, well, if this guy dies, he's dead, and I can't keep the second guy alive anyway. So I don't really know if I want the second choice helmet. Possible considerations include a fidget spinner, energy spinner, a second stamp, a 3rd potion. Yeah, it's pretty much all I actually ever want in those slots. Maybe a 1-of Poke Communication, but I don't know if that's actually pretty good as a 1-of, because it seems like a really shitty 1-of to have. But that being that, there's still love and energies. That's the deck. That's Green's ReshiZard. The video is short and sweet, keeping it quick for you guys. If you came, got bliss, got out, you got the hell out of here. Thank you for coming anyway. I appreciate you. Drop a like, leave a subscribe to the YouTube videos. And we will resume for next season, Rahul's Road to Worlds 2020. So thank you guys for watching, and I will have a video up every day this week, or 2 every day, honestly, because I don't care about the viewership. Let's just get the videos out there for you guys. Thank you so much.